Hey folks, welcome back to the old channel. You know how maybe when you was a kid there was something that you just really wanted and you never could get it for whatever reason? I wasn't one of the normal kids, obviously. Neither was Matt. I didn't want a lot of toys and crap like that and whatever. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there were some. We had a neighbor across the road, two actually, and growing up they both had Farmall H tractors. I loved watching them work with them. I don't know, it was something about how big they were when I was a kid and how tall they seemed. They just seemed like huge tractors, but I don't know what it was. I just loved them. And I kind of worked the deal around, and we now have this. It's a 49 according to the serial number. Used to belong to a collector up in Dothan, Alabama, and it's here now. I do know that it will build oil pressure. I'm getting a little bit of spark through the points. I was just super anxious. I wanted to hear it pop off at least once. Fuel line's not hooked up anymore. There's a lot of things that it needs. There's no fuel bowl here, and we're going to get into all of that kind of crap. But I got to looking and I found a pretty good sized dirt dauber nest inside the carburetor. It tried to cough one time, so it shows promise. Motor's not stuck, but yeah, I always wanted an H, and I got one. Rims aren't rusted out. It does have, I know this axle seal, outer seal is leaking. Inner one's leaking right here on the, I know on a Ford, on these old, like this one, they call that the trumpet. Anyway, we got a little leak right there, some leaks right here, but overall, it's solid. I'm gonna have to clean the inside of this thing. It's got a lot of rust in there, but it is straight. The hood is straight. It's got maybe just a little bit of dimpling right there. The only place on it that's really actually rough is there's a little bit of damage in some of the grill here, but it's not bad. And anyway, I was doing a little bit of tinkering. I stuck a 12-volt coil. I robbed it off of that one back there for a minute, but it does have the belly pump. This will turn whenever I was spinning it over. It's got a pretty good amount of wear. You can see right here, and the same on the other side where the shaft goes in there for the clutch. But overall, I mean, the one big thing that super impresses me, and this thing, just sitting here looking at it, this may or may not make sense to everybody else, but just looking at it, I used to sneak over and take, you know, a close look at that old Farmall that the neighbor had, and just seeing this floorboard, I don't know, it just brings back all kind of old memories. And I freaking loved that old tractor, and I finally got one. I really wanted a wide front. Wasn't that fortunate with this one, but I know this probably doesn't mean anything to anybody else, but I love this thing, and I can't wait to get it all brought back to life and just enjoy it, really. Yeah, so there it is. It's another project, as if I didn't have enough of them. But yeah, I'm loving the old Farmall H right here. But I do want to go through it. I want to fix all these leaks. Obviously, it needs some new tires. That's gotta, I don't know, that's fine. These, maybe not so much, but I really like this thing. Always wanted an H. And it's not a super H either. Been doing some reading and looking and all that kind of stuff, and you can tell by how small that carburetor is The Super H's had a big carb, like a M, but it's pretty much solid. I love it. I can't wait to get it back running. What has absolutely enthralled me is how many grease fittings there are. So you can grease the water pump, grease the fan, magnet. I'm assuming the throwout bearing, the outer axle seals, you can grease that, you know. Steer, everything's got a grease. I'm surprised that the oil pressure gauge does not have a grease fit. Anyway, I really like it. Super excited, get it back going. One great thing is they had the coolant drained out of it. The only real downside is the fact that they had this unhooked right here, and we've got a tremendous dirt dauber nest or something in there. So I'm gonna snatch that carburetor off and go through it, see if we can't clean it up a little bit. I really want to hear it pop off. So I'll catch up with y'all folks in a little bit.